MyBookie AG. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, including pro wrestling. If you're watching this show, there's probably a pretty good opportunity that you have a little bit of insight on the pro wrestling world. You boys have hit a lot of lock picks over the last couple years. I know many of you have as well. If you think you know more than the average wrestling fan, head over to mybookie.ag. Get a $50 bonus with a $100 deposit or a $100 bonus with a $200 deposit with the code FIGHTFUL. It doesn't stop there. There's UFC. There's tons of other sports. There's live casino. There's table games. They're providing you the best experience from the best. Use that code FIGHTFUL at mybookie.ag. Only bet what you can, and please bet responsibly. But head over there. Check out their bonus offers. Check out all the great opportunities they have for you at MyBookie AG.
All right, here we are on a Saturday night. Rick Ucchino, Cresta the Star. We are with you. No Iridian this week, but she'll be back hopefully next week for Grand Slam Australia, because that show is looking stacked with a capital STACK and the ED as well. I'm rocking the Snuggie again this week because it's 7 degrees outside and this office is freezing. I am ready to go though, Cresta, because this was a really good episode of Collision tonight, and I'm ready to dive in. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Heard you on the herd about this being a good collision. I was extremely sports entertained. Any notes I have that are critiques is just because I was looking for something.
Sure, that's our job.
Yeah, and I don't want people to say, oh, what, Tony Khan pays you? If he does, the check got lost in the mail.
Nobody would ever accuse anybody of getting paid by Tony Khan for wrestling opinions. Nobody does that.
No way. No way.
No way. That's definitely not happened to me ever in my life.
Well, anyway, Tony Khan's my cousin.
Make sure to get your super chats in, guys. Get your humper chats in. It's a guaranteed way to get your comment read on the air, like this one from Blanton, who said Mox broke his tooth roughly 6 weeks ago at World's End and seems to not have a care in the world to get it fixed. I love that.
He's living the gimmick. I respect it.
Moxley is very much like, I don't know, I look at him as like a Mick Foley kind of a thing. Like, I earn my scars, I earn my broken teeth, whatever the hell it is. So this is just what I look like, and I got a good story out of it kind of a guy, you know? Like, this is just what he's chosen to do with his life. Whether
Are you going to tell John Moxley to fix his tooth?
I'm not. Maybe Renee may, but it hasn't happened yet. She might ask him to, but I don't know. We'll see. He doesn't strike me as that kind of a guy. At the very least, he's not in a rush to go out and do it.
True.
We got a lot to dive into on this show here, Cresta. Let's start off with the Young Bucks and the Gates of Agony. This one, first off, was hilarious because I think it was, I want to say it was Nick who was in the ring with Toa Leona early on, and he's getting just thrown all over the ring, and he's like screaming, "Get me out of here. I don't need to be in here right now. Get me the hell out of this ring right now." So, and you heard every bit of it because the crowd was a little bit quiet at the start, and they ramped up toward the end. But I really liked this matchup because it was definitely kind of that, you know, youth, strength versus experience kind of a matchup. And, you know, on paper, just from a physical standpoint, the Bucks should have got their ass whooped here, but they're able to tap into their athleticism. They're able to tap into their chemistry as a team, utilized a lot of their, double team arsenal throughout this one to pick up the win over the Gates of Agony. Even though Leona was impressive as hell on this one, he shows off his strength by dropping the Bucks with a double Samoan drop, and then this dude's just, you know, diving, flipping onto the outside like it's no big deal. I thought the Bucks DDT kick to the knee combo on Leona was nice as well. This was a really, really good tag team matchup that I thought told a good story here.
I love 90s Bucks, and I know they're not 90s like wrestlers, but this is with the fringe and the super 90s Bucks is the best. They also are in incredible shape. I think the end shot,
yeah,
like the end shot, I think it was Matt and Nick leaning on the ropes, and I'm like, these guys look lean. Like, if they turn to the side, they're skinny, wafer thin. I live. Toa Leona tonight, when he landed on his head and got back in the ring, it's just a bump on me, Nagi. I'm like, yo, you're built for it tough. You are different, and I'm here for it. I was saying off air that I really want the Gates of Agony to go somewhere. And I like what they're doing right now with Ricochet as part of, oh my goodness. The Demand. Thank you. You didn't have to tell me. I was going to get there. I like what they're doing.
I had faith in you. I had faith in you.
I want them to either do tag team gold, because I feel like they've been muscle for so long and they've proven in every match, whether it's it's always been enhancement, unless it's somebody else who's more enhanced than they are, if you will. They've always proven that they are a good choice. They're strong in the ring. They've got a great look. This match was 10 out of 10. I got no complaints.
Yeah, I don't either. And it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like you got a few of those teams. You know, Big Bill and Brian Keith, that we'll talk about later. It just seems like they're stuck right now on kind of like the lower tier, the AEW tag teams. And it's like, you wonder what it's, if they're ever going to be able to break through, or what it's going to take, or when Tony's going to, book them to take that next step. Tony's been doing a good job of booking lately, and where, he's kind of unpredictable with who's going to pick up wins. Right, like especially Andrade picking up some big wins over the last few weeks, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, now that's starting to make me think maybe Gates of Agony could pick up this win over the Young Bucks. They didn't, but they were highly competitive. It was a really fun match, and then we get FTR on the screen afterwards, and Stokely still saying he can't feel in his legs.
I'm sorry.
they talked a lot of trash, but basically I'll sum it up in one sentence. They said that the Bucks will never be able to catch their legacy. The Young Bucks are going to be competing in a triple threat match on Wednesday. The Rascalz are going to be in there, and then there is a mystery team, a surprise mystery team that's going to be in this triple threat match as well. But going to determine who's going to face FTR for the tag titles. But after tonight, I'm having a hard time imagining it being anybody other than the Bucks, but we'll see who that mystery team ends up being.
I can't think of anyone else who's like a free agent tag team that they might just shoehorn in. Stokely Hathaway. For everything that Dax does to be a piece of crap heel, complimentary and uncool heel, I just hate everything. Stokely Hathaway undoes it every time he opens his mouth, because when he said, I wish I could slap my legs, but that's not reality. You got to stop lying to the people at some point, Stokely. Like, I think it's so good, these guys together, because I think that sometimes, a big FTR fan here, I think sometimes Dax gets very uncool and people don't like that, but I think there's too many cool heels, and this keeps them right in. Hey guys, you don't hate him. Yo, look at me. Hey, I can't feel my legs.
Like, he's very much it's kind of a trio, Abbott and Costello kind of situation here, where you get Dax and Cash who are playing the straight man routine, and then here comes Stoke to add some levity to the situation and make the crowd laugh. But also, he's like the most hated guy in AEW at the same time. Like, people just love to hate. They love to hate on him. Like, we all adore Stokely, but at the same time, he's that friend in the group that's just so easy to pick on and make fun of. And he's found his lane with it, and he's getting paid with it. He's getting paid for it. So I can't hate. Right. So,
I mean, we could hate, but
hey, the more we hate, the more that man gets paid. So you know what? I guess hate away. Seeing a lot of people in the chat saying the Acclaimed as a team that could slide in there. This was one that popped into my head as well. Ten Ruza, Cope, and Christian coming back.
I don't know how I feel about that. That does make sense.
Now's the time, though. Just doesn't.
Yeah.
Which might make now the perfect time as far as anything is concerned. But
last time we saw Cope, he was like, "I'm going home to take care of my wife and family," and that was the last we saw of him and or Beth Phoenix.
Correct. I don't know what his filming schedule is, because I think he was doing like Percy Jackson or something like that.
I forgot he's in that.
I forgot Private Party was in AEW until you literally just said that. And also,
I thought somebody said they were getting signed to WWE. I thought they were on their way to the Fed.
Yeah, well, they're still under AEW contract, so it's a thing. It's a whole thing. It's one of those things where it's the same thing with Jericho, right? Where he's supposed to be going to WWE. That's the rumor, but he's still under contract. So this is the one thing I hate about professional wrestling, which is funny because I also hate it about pro sports. I hate the fact that in pro sports, you get to know how long these contracts are, how much money people get paid, because it in part of it, like, it turns the fan base against them if they underperform even the slightest little bit. But on the other coin, I hate the fact in professional wrestling, we don't know how much these people are getting paid. We don't know how long they're under contract for. It makes things very, very confusing. So I kind of want it both ways, but I digress. It's just one of those things.
I'm going to regress your digress and agree with one step that it might be Okada, because Okada's been campaigning with the gold tooth and the forked tongue. I can't be upset at that. I want us to be champions, Kyle Fletcher. I care about you. Unlike that bum Takeshi.
Fletcher, though, kind of looks like he's a little bit done with Takeshita's bullshit, right? Or excuse me, Okada's bullshit, right? He looked a little bit done tonight. Like, it's like he knows what he's trying to do, but we'll get there. We had Kris Statlander come out. She was about to announce the stipulation for the Women's World Championship match on Wednesday. And then she gets jumped by Triangle of Madness. And Thekla just takes off the belt and whips the shit out of this woman. Like, relentlessly. She gets on the mic, says, doesn't matter what the stipulation is. I'll see you on Wednesday. Statlander, the badass that she is, grabs a mic and immediately calls Thekla a stupid bitch, because now she gets to meet Straplander. She said it's going to be a strap match for the Women's World Championship this Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. And I was sitting here thinking, and I've been trying to think, just like Tony Schiavone said on commentary, I don't know the last women's strap match that I have seen, but I am thoroughly invested in this. These two are going to murder each other on Wednesday. And to steal your line, Cresta, I will be thoroughly sports entertained.
You want to talk about uncool heels? Yo, I hate Thekla. Compliment. Oh, she's the worst. I haven't seen an evil piece of crap like that in a woman. I can't think of it in a very long time. Maybe Nia Jax, when she was really out here like, I don't care. And even then, it was kind of funny. Yo, Tekla's the worst. When she started whooping her and said it doesn't matter what the outcome is, it'll always be toxic. I was like, you're toxic. Where is Kit Wilson? You talk about toxicity? This girl is the worst. When Statlander rolled over and said, you stupid bitch, I want a strap match, and called herself Strap Daddy, after you've been calling yourself Stat Daddy, and now you're Straplander, I know what you're doing. The same thing Tony Storm is doing. Gay panic. And I'm not mad at it, but I see what you're doing. It's smart. But
I didn't go there with that. I just thought she was being punny. Since her name is
listen, as someone who's a fine connoisseur of being on the razor's edge, I see you and I know what you are, a clown.
We had the aforementioned Okada segment. Okada tells Kyle that he needs to make it clear that he got next when it comes to the TNT championship, and he should go win that title in front of his countrymen at Grand Slam Australia on Saturday. And I'm telling you, like, when he starts ripping into Takeshita, I'm telling you, there was a look on Kyle's face that's just like, bruh, I get it. Shut the F up. Right? Like, it was there was definitely that shut the F up moment.
I'm not gonna hold you. I like Okada being this piece of crap though. Like, this, it's the way he's so insincere. Like, I care about your win. Unlike that bum thing. Like, yo, you've been hanging out with Don Callis, because that's exactly what Don Callis would say about Kenny Omega. He would say, yo, I like your snuggie, Rick. Unlike that bum Kenny Omega, who wouldn't tell you that he liked your snuggie, okay? Let me tell you something about family. You're my family. And that's literally what Okada said. I want you to win. Takeshi's a bum. We're family. Proto Okada. Fake smile. He's the greatest. I love him. He's the greatest. Okada, I know he's a bad man, but is he a bad man?
Yeah, probably.
Listen, I'm not gonna tell him. I don't want to take a rainmaker.
Hell no. Hell no. Just a reminder, get your super chats in, get your humper chats in, guys. Guaranteed way to get your comment read on the air before we get out of here. We will read every single one of them before we end this show tonight. We had Kevin Knight defeat Scorpio Sky. Nice to see Layla Gray back on television, albeit briefly before she walked to the back, but nice to see her back on the road. Obviously, she's got a lengthy recovery ahead of her. But Kevin Knight ultimately gets the win here with the UFO splash. This was a really, really good back and forth matchup, much like the Young Bucks and Gates of Agony. This was like a battle of youth versus experience, and youth wins out this time. But it's like, it's one of those things where I'm watching this match and I can't help but get angry because I'm like, why was Scorpio gone for so long when we could have been watching this for literal years? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to know the story behind that, genuinely.
Not the Stephanie McMahon. What's your story? What's your story? No, I agree with that because I thought it was strange that commentary said that he's been out for like over 600 days, and I'm like, wasn't he only injured for like 30 of those? Like, I don't know. That's not a stat I would put out there to let people know. And like you said, this match was great, but I'm gonna ask you, Rick. Do you see what I see? Kevin Knight turning heel because the way he was wrestling was like, yo, get this old man out of here. I'll shake your hand. All right. But I don't know. I think he's going to turn heel, and I don't like that for me.
It was very much like, I read into it like very much like just cocky, you know, Gen X or Gen Z guy against the old, like the elder millennial. That is Scorpio Sky, where it's like, all right, old man, like, let me show you a few tricks here, kind of a thing. Like, I respect you, but I know I got this. You know, it was just that I read into it more as like cocky arrogance. I'm riding high because, yeah, I pinned Okada and I just won the Trios Championship, so I pinned in Powerhouse Hobbs. So, but yeah, like, I think they're putting the infrastructure in there to make that turn if they wanted to. I just don't know if they've made the decision they're going to go that route yet. Just me anyway.
That's fair. No, that's a good analysis. I'm like, because I've been seeing this for like maybe my second or third week. Before they won the trios title, he was hot. He was like, why are we helping this guy? Then they won. He's like, oh, all right, I see. But I can see it in the distant future that poor Speedball about to get beat up. And I don't like that because I like Speedball.
Like, I see it with I saw it a lot with Jey Uso. Late last year, where he was just like, he was showing anger, he was showing aggression, he was showing frustration, and the people immediately went, oh my God, are they about to turn him heel? I'm like, you see the Yeet Fests every week, you see the merch he's moving, they ain't turning that boy heel. You kidding me? Now they need to pump the brakes on the encores during matches because that shit's getting old. But
oh my God.
But baby faces are allowed to have nuance. So
I disagree. You're supposed to be dumb, Rick. Damn it. I like my wrestling traditional dumb baby faces only. Happy times only. You're right.
I'm wrong a lot though. We got 10 Russo with a super chat. Thank you so much. Collision, my favorite weekly show because of you guys. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. And they chimed in again saying I might be going to both Sydney and Brisbane. All right. I would love to go to Australia. I just can't do it. I physically can't do it.
I financially can't do it. So
financially, yes, but physically as well. Like I can't deal with certain wildlife over there. If you know what I'm saying, some certain phobias. I'm nope. Big old all caps. Nope. For a lot.
LOPE. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
I would visit Australia.
I would be constantly like nothing, like feeling stuff crawling on me that isn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like I would
be in the hazmat suit. It's like, nice to meet you.
Nope. Can't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Not that it was ever going to be an option anyway. But moving on, we get Hook. Pre-recorded segment with Hook says he is now taking over as the leader on an interim basis of the ops with Samoa Joe out injured. He's talking about how he's been a captain of every sports team he's been on, and he takes this, he takes this honor with pride and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just sitting here and I'm going, well, if Joe's out hurt and Hobbs ain't in the union no more, like, what, you leading Shibata? That's it. Like, that way, the ops is a 2-man operation. Who you leading?
They got to get more ops.
That was where I was leading. Are we adding new members to this? Because I feel like we need to add some new members if we're going to make this a thing. Because otherwise, like, this really reminds me of when I was in college and I got made like a manager at Garden Ridge, and like I had like 50-year-old people who were under my command, shall we say, and let's just say they did not like me. They did not like me. They did not want to listen to me. And I understand that because I was a 20-year-old snot-nosed kid, right? I feel like that's going to be the dynamic if we just got Hook out here trying to lead Shibata. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with that because I don't see any iteration of any timeline. If Shibata gets out of line, you going to do something about it, Hook? Okay, stop it. That being said, though, I did like this promo. I think Hook's mic skills here was just like, is this the same Hook that I was like, yo, don't talk? Yeah, matter of fact, I don't need to see that. I think this is great. I'm like, okay, one or two things. They're either telling the truth or, God forbid, you're lying. On national television on One Samosif Joseph, I literally investigated this. That man is from the Bronx. He's going to harm you if you are lying. I hope you're not. So, and again, I don't know how you going to lead Shibata, but I can see Shibata being like Shelton Benjamin. I'll let you leave her. You gonna let Maxwell Jacob Freeman in? Okay. They said you cool. I'll chill out. But the moment you not cool, Kalima, bro. Kalima. It's over. Kill him.
AEW King says it's not that bad here in Australia, Rick. Maybe like I'll go into like the heart of a city or something like that if I ever get the opportunity, but we'll see if I get the opportunity one day to go. But
same.
Yeah.
I would go every day, twice a day. I used to be in a World of Warcraft Australian guild. You guys are nutty, and I love y'all.
We had Mina Shirakawa defeat Viva Van. This one was okay. I think this one got a little clunky at times. That top rope sling blade was mistimed, and it looked like it hurt. Like, it hurt me to watch it. Mina ultimately gets the win with the figure 4 and was immediately interrupted by the Death Riders because we had a mixed tag team match after this one. I love Mina. I like Viva. I just felt like they've done better before, I'm sure.
No, I agree. I think the clips they were showing of them wrestling other places was kind of better than what I saw tonight. It was very much, make sure you step here because I'm going to be here. And I hate that because I know both of these ladies can wrestle. I've seen Viva a few times on my own investigative wrestling journalism. I'm not you. I'm not Becky Lynch. You out here, the greatest of all time. But I've seen her wrestle before. And I don't know if that was just the nature of the game. But both their gear looks nice. And I love a thick eyeliner. So come on, Viva. I think they should sign her, though, because she's surprisingly strong. I saw her back and her arm muscles a few times. I was like, hey, yo, wait a minute. She's yoked low key. Yeah, no, for sure. And look, Tony is signing up a lot of people left and right now, which I can appreciate. I love it when people get the bag. So get the bag. The Rascalz got the graphic. We knew they were signed, but they got the official graphic tonight. I'm waiting for a couple other people to get the graphic too, as well. One of whom we'll talk about here in a little bit. We had Marina, Shafir, and Wheeler Yuta then defeat Zayda Steele and Dante Martin. So I knew the result of this match before it started, right? But which gave me some time to look it up. Do you know the last time SkyFlight team won a match on AEW programming? I don't want to hear this because I know it's about to be something that says like a year or 6 months ago. Please tell me.
August. They won their first 3 matches when they formed this group and Scorpio came back. And they've won a couple on Ring of Honor, but yeah.
You know what's crazy to me? is that I think Darius and Dante Martin won more when they weren't a part of the SkyFlight team. When it was just these two, granted, they barely wrestled together because those boys are so talented, but injury always finds them. You know what I mean? Like,
Truth. Facts.
I don't know, because I feel like if the SkyFlight team is supposed to be here to elevate people, you ain't to the sky's the limit. You guys are in hell. You guys got to get out of hell first.
They're another one of these teams, like we talked about, where it just feels like they're on like the third rung. I'm talking strictly, Dante and Darius. They're just kind of on that third rung, and they haven't really been able to break out. But you can always count on them to go out there and give a performance, right? Give a good to great performance every week. And it's just like, okay, what are they going to have to do to eventually break out of this? But man, I had high hopes for SkyFlight team when they put this together. I'm like, oh, they about to do something.
Yeah, same.
They ain't doing much. But I love Zayda Steele. I think that was a tremendous signing for Tony Khan.
That poor girl this match.
She ain't racking up wins yet, but damn it, does she wrestle with a lot of attitude and energy, and it cost her big time. She goes for that top rope crossbody, flipping the double bird. Shafir catches her, rolls through, picks her up, drops her with the swinging side slam, and then smooth as hell transition right into Mother's Milk. You get Dante trying to break it up, and Yuta takes his head off with the Bazaico knee, and then it was she was out. I really felt like the referee could have called for the bell like a solid 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's going to kill this woman. Get her off. What are we doing?
I tell you what Zayda Steele is doing, going to sleep. I felt bad for this girl this match. Yo, to see my opinion go from, yo, I'm sick of Marina, she got to wrestle, to now, yo, you got it, lady. Yo, lady. Yo, another uncool heel. Because holy crap, I respect Zayda Steele's moxie, though. If I don't wrestle with Spud, because Marina was bucking up to oh my God, to Dante Martin. A whole man. She was unafraid. Nothing scared her. So you got to do something a little crazy, because this woman's crazier. To quote John Moxley on commentary, that woman has feet of concrete. I believe it. So I respect Zayda Steele. She was really doing her best. But Marina Shafir is literally a problem. And I kind of feel like she's one of the few women I say she got to get the Goldberg treatment. You got to cattle prod her. And even then, I think she might look at you and break it. I'm afraid.
After the match was over, we got Yuta with the Clippers. Looks like initially he's going to try to cut Dante's hair, but then he goes over to Zayda's hair, in which immediately I knew, oh, well, they ain't doing this. I thought maybe he could have cut Dante's hair for sure.
Same.
We get Tony and Orange Cassidy coming down to make the save, and Tony's crazy ass is carrying scissors, and she's ready to just freaking shiv somebody. It was utterly hilarious to me that she is out there in a freaking denim romper to match Orange Cassidy. And then when he put the glasses on her at the end of this segment, I'm like, my God, it's perfect. Like, get her own pair of those glasses for Grand Slam Australia, please. I need it. I need it in my life.
Or make Orange Cassidy come out in black and white.
Ooh.
But I think the black denim is going to be reserved for evil Orange Cassidy, where he goes heel. Don't do it, I said, Orange Cassidy.
God, make him like moody Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3, like after he makes contact with the symbiote. Yeah, that could work.
I feel like Orange Cassidy, it's very easy to tell a visual story. As long as he's wearing light blue jeans, hey, Orange Cassidy. Medium blue jeans, okay, he might be serious. Black jeans, oh no, that's evil Cassidy.
That's the guy you don't want to F with. That is a guy you do not want to F with in the slightest. I'm still very, very interested to see who's getting their haircut next week. I can't wait to talk about that matchup for sure.
I can't wait, because in my mind, because I'm a sports gremlin, I want Toni Storm to shave her head before the match. So they come out there and be like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? And if she loses, they shave her eyebrows. But that's me.
God, I feel like that's something that Marina would do more than Tony. Like Tony would do it because she's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I think Marina would do it to send a message, right?
Like what Moxie said on commentary. If we shave Marina's head, I don't even think she would care. It's just something less in her face.
We had another pre-recorded segment with Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor. They're taking back shots at a bar. They get approached by some dude. He ends up getting a bottle blasted over his head. And then the big reveal, the Brawling Birds. That is the tag team name for Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor. What do you make of the Brawling Birds? By the way, Tony Schiavone on commentary said a team that could be a threat for the AEW women's tag team titles. And I'm just like, have they wrestled yet? Like, have they even had a match together as a team? Like, cool. That's great. I get it. They're very talented, but let's see how they work together. Just because you're good doesn't mean you mesh with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I could understand that if they were both champions, but only one's been champion, and that's Jamie Hayter.
Correct.
Two, listen, I'm not from the UK, so my fault. I thought calling a woman a bird in the UK was rude, like extra rude. Like you calling me bird, bro? I don't know. You get Wrestle Talk on the on the line right now. I don't know. I'm not from there, but I like it. I will always compare everything to the bar. I'm sorry, but this is definitely giving me female bar in every sense of the word. Like I'm going to break you, and then we're gonna laugh and go get drunk. What up? And then we're gonna beat you up when we're drunk. Try Jesus, don't try me. Like I'm here for it, and I'm not too sold on the name. But again, I'm not gonna tell them that the name is not my favorite. You got it, sis. Brawling Birds. I'm sorry.
Look, there's a lot of names that haven't wowed me at the beginning that have just stuck over the years, right? So we'll see. We'll see how
I'm sure people hated the bar when it first came out. So I wasn't watching wrestling at that time. I think the name is fantastic.
Yeah, I think it was the catchphrase that went with it, right? Because like we don't
raise the bar. We don't
set the bar. We are the bar, right? Like I think that's what really got into it. That and I think the whole anime shtick thing that they were doing. Yeah, that
fusion.
That and they were a great team together. So I'm hoping that Jamie and Alex are going to be a great team together. Can we talk about this parking lot brawl, please? Oh, wait, hold on. I totally skipped over MJF's promo tonight.
The Hebrew Hammer.
This guy. So, if you missed it, MJF got his ass whooped on Wednesday by Brody King. This dude was straight up squashed, and MJF was pissed. Obviously called the loss a fluke. Said his back is now against the wall, and that's when he's at his most dangerous, and he's going to turn Bark Boy into his bitch at AEW Grand Slam. They love to throw that word around in AEW. But what are we thinking of MJF's reaction to just getting decimated on Wednesday?
I'm not gonna hold you. I'll be on MJF's neck every week and like, this was great. This was 10. I loved this promo. More of this. I felt it. I was like, okay, it's not even cool. Compliment. It was straight up F you. And I do think, jokes aside, Hebrew Ham was kind of cool. hey, I think one time, maybe a Hanukkah special, he come out to whatever it is, like, hey, introducing the Hebrew Hammer, the devil, MJ. He ate that. I remember it. That's catchy. Hebrew Hammer, MJF. Speak truth into power.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why. Like I laughed my ass off when he said it. And I meant to write a note down, and then I completely forgot it. And until you said, I'm so glad that you said it, because I completely would have glossed over it. That was very, very good. Just a reminder, guys, if you haven't subscribed to Fightful Select yet, what the heck are you waiting for? Sean Rossap, all of his great reports come straight to you. He's got updates right now on AEW's reaction to the fuck ice chants that were making national news. I mean, NBC News was all over this week. Right. MJF's reaction as that was happening in real time, by the way, was
that whole scene from beginning to end, that whole match, absolute cinema. Absolute. Everyone played their part. MJF did the straight man and then died.
So Sean's got updates on the company reaction to the fuck ice chants and their Super Bowl media row presence this week, as well as AJ Styles speculation, his future from various sources. Although I get the feeling if he's gonna wrestle again, just based off of how he's talked, the show with Stephanie, a lot of different things, how people within WWE talk. I feel like if he's gonna wrestle, it's gonna be once or twice. I don't think we're gonna get like a 6-month limited run like in like AEW or TNA or something like that, or New Japan that people thought. Maybe he wrestles Will Ospreay and then wrestles once with his son, and like that's it. Like that's the vibe I'm getting right now. I don't know shit about F right now, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting from that. But we'll see.
No, I agree with you. I think if he does any type of lengthy run, and this is me selfishly, TNA shill over here, I think he would do something in TNA. However, and this is a big however, from everything I understand, that was the house AJ Styles built, and they said, all right, but rent is due extra. I just paid rent. Okay, but I just paid rent. I'm leaving. We do fine without you. And they did not, in fact, do fine without him.
We also had Thekla beat Brittany Brooks on this show. I was excited to see Brittany on the show. And then, Krista, there are squash matches. And then there's whatever this was. I do
not want to wrestle Thekla ever, period.
I don't think Thekla broke a sweat until she started whipping Brittany with her belt. Like, this was so non-competitive. Like, I kind of felt bad for I felt bad for Brittany in the match, and then I felt extra bad for her as, I hope she got paid. I hope she got paid well for her services on tonight's episode.
If I'm Brittany Brooks, maybe backstage we need to have a little talky talk, because I came out here to enhance, not get whooped like I didn't take the chicken out the freezer.
She enhanced. She didn't get enhanced.
Enhanced.
God, those welts on her back are going to be enhanced.
I will say this: AEW, they've been pretty good at, if we're going to book you as a monster heel, like with the women, we're going to book you as a monster heel. They did it with Camille. They did it with Megan Bayne until she met Tony Storm. They're doing it with Thekla, and they've done it with Marina Shafir. So, I agree. Leave Brittany alone. She didn't deserve that. She just came here to help.
10 out of 10. Comment of the night so far. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay.
I'm still stuck on Hebrew Hammer.
Now we can talk about this parking lot fight. Parking lot brawl, whatever you wanted to call it. 8-man tag team match. This is one of those where I just took sporadic notes when things jumped out at me. I loved Eddie Kingston started. Literally, he gets out of the car, he grabs a trash can, he screams like he's Mel Gibson in Braveheart, and just runs into the fight. Like, he got there so damn early, the rest of his team was like, oh shit, maybe we should go help him. I thought Big Bill killed Desmond Xavier when he chucked him over the limo, because I'm like, dude, there's a wall there. Oh, okay. All right, we're fine.
I literally said out loud, oh my God, he's dead. But then my friend was like, no, because if anyone's going to die being thrown off a roof, that's Darby Allin. I'm sure he has a contract that if anyone's going to get thrown off a roof, it's going to be him first.
Well, because I think the limo was parked at an angle. So I looked at the front of it and I'm like, oh, that's right up against the wall. And he's going to throw him on top of the car. And then he throws him over it. And I'm like, oh, God. Did we just get like a Baron Corbin, Rey Mysterio, Money in the Bank, WWE headquarters type situation here? Is this what just unfolded? Then I look at
fell onto a smaller roof.
Then I look at the back half of the car and I'm like, oh, okay. There's space in between. All right, we cool. We cool.
You got sports bamboozled.
As bad as that looked for Desmond Xavier, Zachary Wentz got fucked up. The angle, by the way, in the car to see that
Diabolical.
Production team, y'all look. Y'all don't have the best nights some nights, all right, in AEW. Tonight, it was on point. That was perfect. Getting that camera angle and splicing it in, spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. And that man did not do anything for the rest of the match, nor should he have. He earned his money just based off of that slam. That's Big Bill throwing that man into a windshield. And that thing
Real glass. Go cry me a river. I'm sorry. That's all I could think about. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you and about 3 other people in the chat as well. But
you know what? That's fair. I'm immature. No, this is a good match.
We had Isla Dawn get involved in this. We had Myron Reed get involved in this. I love Myron picking her up and like throwing her in the back of the van. And I thought he was going to like slam the door shut. And then he just hits that button. And she's like laying there.
That's why they cut the cameras. Because when he put his arm up, I was like, nah.
She's laying there like a turtle on her back, kicking her legs. Like, wait a minute. I could easily get out right now, but I'm just going to sit here. I got this. We're fine. And so they immediately just cut. Like, they needed a different van, one where you could actually shut the door. So that was funny. That was just one of those weird circumstances. Eddie eventually gets the win here after hitting a DDT on Zach Gibson on top of the car. But when Eddie hit the suplex on Big Bill, it immediately like could not move. And he's just like, oh, fuck, that sucked. And he just like limps off the car. Like, dude didn't even move his back. He just like slid off the car like a surfboard, stood there and is like, all right, I'm ready for this big throwdown. Me and Ortiz versus the Grizzled Young Vets. Eventually we'll finish this damn thing. He did not want to do that DDT on Zach Gibson. And then he does it. And he's just like, count, ref. He just puts his hand out over Gibson as he's laying against the windshield. This match was hilarious. And I mean that in a good way.
Absolute cinema. Sports Center. This was everything. I love Eddie Kingston. I honestly thought that there was a small chance because wherever the Rascalz go, marijuana is sure to follow. I thought when they opened up that limo and the smoke was coming out and 4 people went in, I was like, yo, you could just do a no contest. They cut to a commercial like, what happened? We figured out our differences, and they all looking at the camera like this. I figured out our differences. As it turns out, we got a lot in common. We all hate the Death Riders. We all think Claudio. Why are your eyes like that? Why are my eyes like what, Lexi did? That's what I wanted to happen. I thought that would be funny. That being said, yo, the Rascalz, this was an important lesson on mind your business. You didn't have to help these old crazy men. Eddie Kingston is an old crazy man. We love Eddie Kingston, but he's old and crazy. And Ortiz does this for the love of the game. He's crazy too, but in a different way. So y'all say y'all wanted to be down. That's why you died. That's why at the end where Wentz was still in that windshield, did we win? Oh, yay. Yeah, we won.
The camera shot of all 4 of them, like walking away like they were at the end of The Hangover, right? Like just like these dudes just had a night. And that, look, this shot was filmed in Vegas. You cannot tell me that's what they weren't going for.
Oh, they were definitely going to go, as soon as they cut that camera, go right back around or go into that limo and just sit there, okay?
All honestly, that shot needed was a tiger. Like, that's all it needed, and, you know.
And Mike Tyson to be the referee.
Oh, gosh. And the Rascalz got a fight on Wednesday.
Against who?
Aren't they in the tag team match, or did I get that wrong?
Maybe.
I thought it was the Rascalz and Young Bucks and then the mystery team. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong.
I thought it was somebody else. Listen, I could be wrong. But also, I want to say this real quickly. Isla Dawn, you are about to die. Killer Kelly is a free agent, and I've had the pleasure of watching her wrestle, and you're going to have the mispleasure of meeting her because you put her hand on her husband. So good luck. I'm sorry. You want to talk about buy panic? I'm ready. You're going to die. Sorry. I'm going to watch, but you're going to die. Oh my God. Killer Kelly's going to choke her. That's another one. Killer Kelly versus Marina Shafir.
Triple threat. Those two and Thekla.
I'm dead because that match is going to be bloody and I don't want to see that. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? This is how I watch it.
I hear you. This main event that we had tonight. This was one of those ones where I didn't even plan.
Hold on, Rick.
Notes. Yes.
You're forgetting.
Did I forget something?
Yes, that Roderick Strong said he's not in the conglomeration.
Oh, yeah.
Which is weird because they filmed that sitcom and you were definitely in the bumper. So I'm confused. You should have said no then, but you wanted to make sure you got your money, Roderick. Curious.
This is one of those matches I didn't even plan on taking notes. I wish I would have now, but this was one I just wanted to sit back and watch because there were so many times where I'm just sitting there. I'm like, holy shit, we got Roddy Strong, Tommaso Ciampa, and Claudio Castagnoli in the same match. I felt like I did watching wrestling before I started covering, where I'm just like, dude, this is awesome. These three guys are great. They're just beating the piss out of you. Like, I loved the transitions. I loved, I really liked the closing sequence of this match where Roddy looked like he had it won after he hit the high knee strike. And then Ciampa comes in on 1, 2, and then blasts Roderick with a knee. He hit that sumbitch and pins him off of that.
Mind you, the match started off with Claudio Castagnoli and Tommaso Ciampa chucking Roderick Strong around to get him out of the ring. Like, yo, this has nothing to do with you. This is a match for the balls, bro. Also, Tommaso Ciampa is very tan. And you notice it against Claudio Castagnoli, I guess by juxtaposition, is very white. I did not notice how tan Tommaso Ciampa was. He's very tan. Like Matt Cardona is. I see Matt Cardona's photo. He shared it. That's a very tan man. And that's the most polite way I could say it. Either besides that, this was a great match. I enjoyed it. Roderick Strong trying to get his comeuppance, goes back in the ring, gets tossed out by Ciampa, then gets caught by Claudio, and he still throws him away like, get out of here. This match isn't for you. At this point, Roderick Strong has been beaten down, spit on, kicked on, and a place that wants to give him a home, he's like, I don't want to be around you losers. You know what that reminds me of?
By his own wife.
Listen, happy wife, happy. I'm saying that to say Roderick Strong reminds me a lot of Wheeler Yuta. Before Wheeler Yuta joined the Death Riders. Sure, great wrestler, but I'm tired of losing. It's funny. It's fun and games. Yeah, but I don't want to do fun and games. I'm tired of fun and games. And I'm glad that you guys have found a way to thrive in fun and games. But I'm the messiah of the backbreaker, not Melvin from the conglomeration Friends. I respectfully, that's cool. You want to do sports entertainment, I want to do pro wrestling. And that's okay too. So that being said, he still got beat up this match. Poor guy. Because what are you going to do against old boy from Lucerne, Switzerland? That's the name of a car. Thank you. That was a crappy pun. I'll be here all week.
So are you saying that Roderick Strong's about to go through an emo phase? Grow out his hair?
He might join the Death Riders.
Join the Death Riders.
I wouldn't hate it.
What if... See, now I'm just picturing like Wheeler having to lose this match on Saturday next week, and then he shaves down his head and he cuts off all the facial hair, and then he literally looks like he's got Roddy's look with the short hair and the mustache and like nothing else. So
Roderick Strong is the cool math teacher, and Wheeler Yuta is the cool substitute teacher.
We got a super chat from Blanton saying, begging TK for Roddy versus Shelton at some point. Sign me up for that. Absolutely.
Yes, but who wins? And I don't want none of them to lose. So yes and no.
Yeah. We got Orion Ben 666 asking, Ciampa's shadow knows his story. What knows yours? The refrigerator.
White Cat, who's very hungry and has been circling me for the past 5 minutes. So she knows the story and she thinks it's a horrible one, but she's also illiterate.
After this incredible match was over, we get Kyle Fletcher, who comes down and actually issues the challenge now. So he's listening to Okada, at least a little bit. Issues the challenge for Grand Slam Australia. Ciampa, much like he did with Mark Briscoe, gives him a little peck on the cheek and walks away. Fletcher says, you came to AEW because it's where the best wrestle. You're going to see what the best really looks like next Saturday. So Ciampa, Fletcher, you want to talk about two people who I don't want to see lose. Time limit draw? We go on time limit draw on this one, or Kyle gets screwed somehow? They wouldn't take the title off of Ciampa this quickly, would they?
I don't think so. And I think that if I really want to keep it a buck with you, I think it's time Kyle Fletcher moves up to the main event scene. That he's a star. Stop him with this mid-card crap. Respectfully, stop him with that. That being said, I think Fletcher loses here because the physicality that Tommaso Ciampa has been displaying with this belt, from when the ref took it, his eyes did not leave that belt until the ref handed it to the person out of the ring. And even the whole time when Kyle Fletcher had it, his eyes were locked in. If memory serves me correctly in the internet rumblings, when he had Goldie back in NXT, this man was obsessed. I don't think we do that arc yet until it starts showing for real, but already the physicality is there. So I think Kyle Fletcher will be fine without it if he loses. Yeah,
it's a Gollum in the One Ring type situation where it slowly eats at him kind of a situation. I think that's where we're going there. By the way, did anybody else seriously question what was in Kyle's jacket when he walked out at first?
My friend said that he just brought the suit, so the suit pants are still connected to the suit jacket, so he must have got it yesterday and didn't have time to disconnect it. I don't wear men's suits, so I don't know how true that is. And the other thing that my other friend said, I can't say on YouTube because that violates community guidelines.
I thought this man had a weapon. I thought he was trying to be slick and he was trying to hide a screwdriver or something. And I'm like, bro, we see it sticking out your back, dude. You did a terrible job.
You didn't even try to hide
being discreet. We all see it. And then it ended up being the microphone. And I'm like, okay.
I thought they handed him the microphone. Or am I remembering Kris Statlander?
Maybe Kris Statlander. I'm pretty sure he had that microphone in his back pocket because it disappeared after he had the mic in his hand.
I watch wrestling for a bunch of different reasons. I did not think it was the microphone. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the PG. That's the corporate Cresta answer. Okay. Hey.
Ooh, good Lord. Cresta. Grand Slam Australia is going to be great next weekend. I'm looking forward to being back here and chatting it up with you guys. What do you got going on in the meantime?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for being here. You could have been anywhere on the internet, but you were here with us, and that means a lot. I got Investigations coming up for Black History Month. Right now, the working title is The Many Lies of Our Truth. Don't know if that's actually going to be the actual one, but hey, we got that in the back pocket maybe for next year if it doesn't come out. You can follow me on all forms of social media at Cresta Star. If you follow Cresta the Star, I got my old account back, Cresta Star. So Cresta the Star just for shit posts and wrestling memes. But if you want actual updates and actual wrestling educated opinions, follow me on Cresta Star. Investigation comes out once a month. Follow me on YouTube. I have the Samoa Joe, John Cena, and we just did one about who the fuck is Mark. So yeah, that's it. You guys are fantastic. Your butt looks nice. I hope you find $20 on the floor. Rick, where can people find you?
One-stop shop at Rick Ucchino, as it's spelled on the screen. That's a place to get all my work for the takedown on SI. And just this week, I had the honor of chatting with the greatest women's Royal Rumble winner of all time, Liv Morgan. That conversation is available. You can read it. It's my pinned tweet right now, or you can head on over to the Takedown on SI YouTube channel and watch our conversation as well. Her reaction to stepping into the ring with Jade Cargill is worth watching that video alone. Genuinely genuinely hilarious. So other than that, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the Fightful YouTube channel if you haven't already. And hopefully the Trios champs will be back next week talking Grand Slam Australia.
Booyaka.
Take care, everybody.